Okay, so today we're going to do the inner peace process. It's a step-by-step neuro-linguistic programming, self-healing, guided imagery method / technique. The inner peace process. It's like an inner journey, inner conversation with yourself to help you heal any kind of upsets. So it's a step-by-step, meaning you read one step at a time and then you pause and internally go within and do what the step just told you to do. So it's an experiential, you go within. Now you can close your eyes and just do the internal part, or you can just visually watch the video. So I've made it into a junk journal, and I just broke it down into step by step. And this actually helps the self-healing process, because you have to read each step and then really pause and do each step. And that's how you do a self-healing when you're by yourself. You don't have anyone to read the directions to you, right? So you either make a video like this where you read the directions out, or you create a step by step, and that's what this is. All right, so let's just start from, if you were upset and you wanted a self-healing process. It was an NLP technique that you knew worked. You would bring your upset and start going step by step. So we're starting at the point of being upset. So of course you should know what you're upset about, how upset you are. So you can compare it to later to see if there's any change at all. So the inner peace process. This starts out with step 1. Think or talk about the problem that's bothering you until you can feel it. Step 2. Where do you feel it in your body? Step 3. What shape is it? What color is it? How much does it weigh? What temperature is it? What sound does it make? Now put it in your left hand. Just use your imagination, and in your mind's eye, I want you to put that in your left hand and ask it. I'm going to ask it a question. And the question is, are you willing to communicate with me? So just notice to see if you get a yes or a no. If it says yes, then say thank you. And then ask, what do you want? Just notice what comes up. What do you want? Whatever comes up, you might want to write that down if you can. It's not a big deal, but you could write it down. Then ask it, are you trying to help me in some way? If so, how? And just notice whatever comes up. Whatever comes up, remember to say thank you. Thank you for sharing. Always say thank you. Because now you're communicating with that part of yourself. Now put your left hand aside, and if it had said no earlier, you're still going to continue on here. You're just going to put that all aside, just going to accept it. Put your left hand aside, and now hold out your right hand. You just use your imagination. Now, one at a time, you're going to put these feeling states into your right hand. Love. Put love in your right hand. Strength. Put your strength in your right hand. Courage. Grounded and centered. Put grounded and centered in your right hand. Gratitude. All the things you're grateful for, your sense of gratitude in your right hand. Just kind of sense it using your imagination and your mind's eye. Now put your faith, whatever you have faith in yourself as well. And put your energy in your right hand. And put your power in your right hand. And lastly, put your compassion in your right hand. Especially self-compassion. Now, ask your left hand, are you willing to work together with the right hand to get what you want, but without all the bad feelings that you had, the upsets from before? You're asking the left hand, are you willing to work together with the right hand to get what you want without all the bad feelings? If it says no, then I want you to just spontaneously smack your hands together and shake them out. And that would be the end of the process for you. That's collapsing an anchor of a negative state. But if it says yes, I want you to move your hands together at the right pace for you until they're holding each other. So you just slowly bring your left and your right both sort of together to where they're holding each other. And then I like to say, forming a new super part that helps you move forward to what you want, because you're taking the part of you that had upset, and you're taking all these resources in your right hand, you're bringing them together to form a new super part that's helping you move forward. This is an interactive guided imagery method. Now, ask your new super part, now that we've resolved that issue, what's the first thing I should do to move forward? Or that I need to do? What's the first thing I need to do next to take care of myself in this situation or to move forward? And just notice what comes up. You might want to write that down if you can. You'll probably remember it, but you want to honor the answers that do come up, especially when it's about taking action. Now the next step is, or then you're going to ask it the next question, which is asking your new super part. Now, what's the second thing I need to do after that to move forward and take care of myself in this situation? So after the first step, what's the second step I need to take? It's always good to get at least 2 steps, not just the first step. All right. Now I want you to see yourself in the near future or far doing both those steps in order. And make sure to write both things down, because those are the next 2 things to focus your thinking mind on, those next 2 steps. And there you have it. And now you've gone through the inner peace process, and now that you're on the other side, I want you to ask yourself, now, how do I feel compared to before when I first started? And that's how you know that anything works for you, is by testing and seeing the before and after. How do you feel about your upset now? Because you brought your resources in. You communicated with the inner part of yourself. And this is why I call it self-healing. Some people would call it neuro-linguistic programming, because there's a lot of it in this particular procedure that I like to call the inner peace process. Use it whenever you need to, or use it once a day for 90 days, and then from there out, you'll always have it memorized, and you can use it anytime you're upset about anything. And it'll help you to transform your upsets, to learn the wisdom behind them, and to integrate that into your life, and to help it aid you in the momentum of moving forward with the next steps, which are so important, because it's all about your healing and improving your life the best you can. Choose joy. Smile at yourself in the mirror. And love yourself. Be kind to yourself today.